रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही है,
Sir, we are
प्लीज।
all immensely proud of our Indian Railways, which is the fourth largest railway network in the world, connecting over 23 million citizens every day, which is over 8 billion passengers annually. And the total network of the Indian Railways is over 68,000. So this gives us immense pride, sir. Sir, this year's Union budget has made the highest ever allocation on capital expenditure, which is 2.1 lakh crore, which is 29% more over last year's capex and 33% more over last year's revised estimate on capital expenditure. Sir, hopefully, bulk of this will be spent on new initiatives, on completion of vital ongoing projects, and on improving passenger amenities. Sir, I welcome this increased allocation to capital expenditure. Sir, rail accident is an issue which we are all concerned about. Subsequent standing committees on railways have been noting
कोई चीज आपकी रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही है, कोई चीज यहाँ कहने की इजाजत नहीं है, प्लीज।
resulting in more railway accidents. Sir, in this year's budget, capex towards safety-related work is estimated to increase by 18.4% over FY 19-20. This increased capital expenditure on safety will hopefully lead to better maintenance of railway infrastructure and lead to better safety, sir. Sir, I must mention here that the number of accidents on the rail network has sharply declined from 325 in 2003-04 to 54 in 19-20. Indian Railways has recorded best ever safety performance, 0 fatalities due to consequential accidents since April 2019, which is the first time in Indian Railway, and on behalf of my party, I appreciate these improved safety records. Sir, 74% of rail accidents in the country are caused due to derailments. The Standing Committee on Railway way back in 2016 had noted that one of the main reasons for derailment is a defect in the track or rolling stock. It had suggested that 4,500 kilometers of track length should be renewed annually. However, it's a matter of concern, sir, that except for FY 19-20, in none of the years have we met this target of 4,500 kilometers of track review. So, my request to Honorable Minister through you, sir, that there should not be and cannot be any compromise on safety, and hence the Minister will look into this safety, the track review with the seriousness it deserves. So my second point is regarding the share of railways in the total freight traffic, which has been steadily declining from 89% in 1950-51 to 30% today. 30% in 2011-12 and 27% today. So Niti Aayog in 2018 had highlighted shortfall in carrying capacity and lack of price competitiveness as some of the reasons for the decline in freight share. So freight traffic should be optimized or rationalized to make it competitive, because otherwise the higher cost of freight segment is eventually passed on to the common public in the form of increased costs of electricity, cement, steel, etc. I know it's a tricky balance, sir, between the passenger fare and the freight traffic, freight fare, but I think without increasing the passenger fares, Honorable Minister will find a way of improving and increasing the freight traffic in our country. The National Rail Plan of 2030 has been developed with a view to develop infrastructure by 2030 to cater to the increased traffic requirements by 2050. The NRP vision document aims to enhance the share of railways in freight transportation to more than 40% by 2030. I hope we meet this target. This will help decongest our roads, lead to better logistics management, and boost the revenues of the Indian Railways. This links to my third point, sir, which is about the green initiatives by the Indian Railways. The Indian Railways has fixed itself a stiff target of being a net zero emitter of carbon by 2030. This would mean eliminating emissions of 7.5 million tons of CO2 equivalent each year, about the same as 2 coal power plants. This includes an ambitious target of complete electrification of Indian Railway by 2023 and an equally ambitious target for generation of renewable energy using the railway's assets. Sir, India's transport sector contributes to 12% of our greenhouse gas emissions, with railways accounting to 4%. To reduce overall emissions from transportation, Indian Railways has committed to increase the freight moved by the railways to over 40% by 2030. On behalf of my party, which has always pioneered green initiatives in our state of Odisha, I applaud the ministry and honorable minister and hope it sets an example worldwide of being a very green transport mode. Sir, my next point is regarding the network expansion and modernization of the Indian Railways. Railways has not been able to meet some of the key targets for expansion and modernization in recent years. It has missed its budget targets in all the 3 years between 2017-18 until 19-20 for construction of new lines, gauge conversion, and electrification of the railway lines. As per the revised estimate, for 2021, the achievement will be less than the budget target on almost all these 3 indicators. Sir, there is a need to rework the priorities and to reschedule the activities which are contributing to the tardy progress in the network expansion and modernization. Also, Railways should relook at its engagement in the peripheral or non-core activities that are non-remunerative, such as running of schools, hospitals, real estate business, catering, etc. The Committee on Restructuring Railways has noted that several of these activities are non-remunerative and impose a huge financial burden on the railways. It has recommended that these non-remunerative activities should be separated from the railways' core business and can be outsourced to private entities. Sir, my next point is about the increased focus and attention paid to improve connectivity in the Northeast and J&K. Extremely essential, sir, from a strategic point of view, particularly when we stare at a hostile nation like China. As a regional party, Biju Janata Dal has always supported national interest, and we welcome the focus of the government to improve connectivity in our frontier and border areas. But, sir, I would also like to highlight the gross neglect of the state of Odisha by the railways over the years. And I do not wish to single out this government. It has been done by successive governments. If anything, this government has been more generous to us than the previous ones. I had spoken about some of these issues during my budget speech as well, and even at the cost of repeating myself, I would like to reiterate them here. Sir, there are 6 districts in Odisha without any railway connectivity. In the last 7 years, only 1 additional district of Odisha has got railway connectivity. And sir, Odisha is not even a hilly terrain or a difficult terrain to connect through railways. In the last 7 years, Indian Railway has given only 1 new railway line to Odisha. We had requested 7,200 crores in this year's budget for railways with a detailed breakup and justification why we need those.
Please conclude now.
Sir, just 2-3 more minutes. So I was told I'll get some more time.
No, but we have already given you have more.
Sir, just
one more speaker.
Just 2 more.
We have already taken your time.
Sir, 2 more minutes.
Please.
But unfortunately, we got only 5,528 crores. Sir, we have a railway density of only 15 in Odisha, where the national average is 19, and our neighboring states, West Bengal has 44, Jharkhand has 24.3. I had said it before as well, we do not grumble our neighbors. In fact, we are happy for them, but we should also get equitable and fair treatment. Sir, Government of Odisha is committed to extend all help to Railway Ministry for implementation of railway projects, including filling the viability gap, formation of JVs, SPVs, directly financing constructions, besides offering free land. Sir, I would like to make a very quick mention of KBK region of Odisha, sir, which is a cluster of 8 districts in southern and western Odisha, 7 of which are part of the aspirational district program of Honorable PM. Sir, the railway density in KBK is 6. Shocking, it's truly shocking. The railway density of the country is 19. Railway density of KBK is 6. Honorable Jairam Ramesh ji is here.
Thank you.
He was
Please.
Minister of Rural Development. He understands the
discussion. And since BJD has limited time, they had requested that they may be given some 4-5 minutes extra. We are ready to.
Already 5 minutes extra dene ke baad, he has already taken his more time. If you give some more time from your party, I have no problem.
Sir, give me 2-3 more minutes, sir.
Please. Please. Please, please.
Sir.
Jairam Ramesh ji, please take your seat. Please
Sir,
take
sir.
your seat.
Sir.
Please take. Please. Nothing is going on. You both are taking his time.
Sir, Honorable Member Jairam Ramesh
please.
ji knows. Sir, Honorable Member Jairam Ramesh ji knows that KBK is largely tribal, largely infested with LLWE. So he was MORD. He knows the ground realities of KBK region, sir. Sir, we have taken several initiatives to improve connectivity in KBK. As we know that connectivity is one of the key factors for socio-economic and all-round development of a region or a nation. It's in fact the lifeblood of economy. Sir, I'll give an example which the House should be aware of. Please remember the date of 26th of July 2018. It's a historic and memorable day because on this day, Odisha and the nation took a decisive step in its fight against the Maoists. A bridge called the Gurupriya Setu was inaugurated on this day right in the Maoist heartland of KBK, connecting over 30,000 people of 151 villages who were completely cut off from the nation until then. This area was previously known as Bichinanchal, meaning the region of disconnected. And today, the same area is called Swabhiman Anchal, the region of self-respect. This is the power of connectivity, sir. If Odisha government with its limited resources can achieve this, we can all imagine what can we do with greater connectivity, what we can all achieve with greater connectivity. However, sir, we are severely lacked by adequate rail connectivity in the KBK region. As I mentioned, our rail density is only 6. Sir, Honorable Prime Minister has been talking about Purvodaya, and he has been giving lot of thrust to the development of eastern region, which we all applaud and compliment. Sir, but how his vision of Purvodaya
Thank you, Sujit ji. Thank
will
you.
be achieved unless we have proper rail connectivity
Thank
in
you.
KBK, sir. Sir,
Thank you.
sir, so my last sentence, sir, I hope, Honorable
Please,
Minister,
please, Binay Viswamji, don't.
sir, I hope that, sir, in the interest of internal security of the country, in the interest of regional balance, Honorable Minister will give a special thrust and focus to the
Thank
KBK
you.
region of Odisha.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
improve rail connectivity
Sujit ji,
in this
thank
region.
you.
Thank you.
Sri Ram Vicharnetam ji.